override that lie.
Yeah, because it's a biological reality. When you're acquiring a new language, you aren't just memorizing a list of words. You are physically forcing your brain to build entirely new neural pathways.
Which is
It
exhausting.
takes an immense amount of energy, and frankly, the human brain is inherently lazy. It just wants to conserve energy. So it invents these feelings of doubt to protect itself from the hard work of change.
And that is exactly why we're dedicating this entire deep dive to you. Yes, you, the ambitious learner putting in the grueling work to master English.
Which is a huge undertaking.
It really is. So we're pulling from a remarkably potent text today. It's called Unstoppable Resilience. And because you are actively mastering a new language, we're going to tailor our approach today. I'm going to read the core principles of this text clearly, deliberately, and slowly.
Like a story.
Right, like a story. I'll repeat the most crucial sentences so the vocabulary can really anchor in your mind. And then we're going to work together to unlock the deep motivational meanings behind these words.
What's fascinating here is that while this text bills itself as an ultimate guide to resilience, it's actually a perfect manual for language acquisition. Because, learning a language is its own form of resilience.
Totally.
When you attach a deep actual feeling to these English words, they stop being abstract dictionary definitions. They stick in your mind permanently.
Okay, let's unpack this text. The source establishes its mission immediately with this bold promise. This is your ultimate guide to resilience. Never give up. Your time will come.
Setting the stage perfectly.
Right, but it doesn't start with, false positivity. It starts with the harsh reality of the climb. Listen to this opening section. Let me read it slowly. Life is not easy. Sometimes everything goes wrong. You try hard, but feel stuck. You start doubting yourself. You feel like quitting.
That is so honest.
Let me read that one more time, just so you can really hear the English rhythm. Life is not easy. Sometimes everything goes wrong. You try hard, but feel stuck. You start doubting yourself. You feel like quitting. So why would an ultimate guide to resilience start by talking about everything going wrong?
Well, notice how strategic that opening is. True motivation doesn't ignore sadness. It accepts it. If a guide begins by telling you that progress is a straight line upward, your brain just rejects the premise.
Because it contradicts your lived experience.
Exactly. By explicitly naming the frustration, the feeling of being stuck, the text validates the heavy cognitive load you are carrying right now.
Which sets up the very next line beautifully. But remember, you are not alone.
That shifts the perspective immediately.
It does.
Yeah.
But then it introduces a concept that's a bit challenging. The vocabulary word here is struggle. The text says struggle is your teacher. Struggle is not your enemy.
And that can be hard to accept.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm in a coffee shop trying to order a drink in a new language and my mind goes completely blank, that struggle does not feel like a wise teacher.
Right. It feels like an enemy.
It feels like public humiliation.
That's a very natural reaction.
Yeah.
We are conditioned to view friction as a sign that we're failing. But biologically, when you reach for an English word and can't find it, that intense feeling of struggle is the actual mechanism of learning.
Wait, the frustration is the teacher?
Literally. The pain of forgetting is the chemical signal that tells your brain, hey, we need to build a thicker neural pathway here. Without the struggle, there's no learning.
Wow. So the friction isn't the obstacle, it's the work, which makes this specific detail from the text so powerful. Listen to this. Every successful person has faced failure. They cried and felt lost, but they never stopped walking.
Never stopped walking.
Let me repeat that. Slowly. Every successful person has faced failure. They cried and felt lost, but they never stopped walking. It reminds me of the early days of learning English, the tears of frustration when the words just won't come out right.
It's the exact same journey.
And it leads to this golden rule. It's a profound quote. If I don't give up, I cannot fail forever. Think about the certainty in that sentence. If I don't give up, I cannot fail forever.
That's a logical absolute. If you break it down mechanically, failure is a static state. As long as you take one more step, failure is only temporary.
It's just a transitionary phase.
Exactly. But navigating that phase is hard because you can't always see the progress.
Right, which moves us from the reality of struggle to how growth actually happens during those hard times. The text uses this beautiful metaphor. I'm going to read this slowly and I'll read it twice. Success grows in silence. A seed does not become a tree in one day. It lives in total darkness first.
That is a gorgeous image.
Here it is again. Success grows in silence. A seed does not become a tree in one day. It lives in total darkness first. Paint a picture of this for us.
Well, think of a seed buried deep in the ground. The darkness represents the times when you are working incredibly hard, studying your English vocabulary, and absolutely no one is clapping for you.
No one sees it.
Right. Building that internal framework requires time, rain, and storms. The roots are growing in total silence before the tree ever breaks the surface.
I want to say this directly to you listening right now. You are that seed right now.
Yes, and there's immense comfort in the following phrase from the text. Slow progress is still progress.
Slow progress is still progress.
Even learning just one single English word a day, that is a silent victory. It means the roots are taking hold.
But since that silent growth is so slow, this waiting period is exactly when our minds start to play tricks on us. The text warns us about the danger of the mind, contrasting a wrong focus with a right focus. Listen to this. Wrong focus. Why are they ahead? Competing in a speed race.
That's a trap.
And here is the right focus. Am I better than yesterday? Walking a journey of patience. Let me say the right focus again. Am I better than yesterday? Walking a journey of patience.
Because comparing your invisible root system to someone else's visible tree is just a recipe for despair.
Right. But here's where it gets really interesting. Because the text pushes this further. It says, your mind will say you can't do it. Your mind can lie to you.
That's a massive insight.
But I have to ask, how is it possible that our own minds lie to us? Isn't my mind, well, me?
It's a great question. You have to separate your core consciousness from the automatic chatter of your brain. Like we said earlier, your brain wants to protect you from the pain of hard work.
By saving energy.
Yes. So it literally invents lies. It whispers, you can't do it, to get you to close the textbook and sit on the couch. It's not a factual assessment of your ability.
It's a biological trick.
Exactly. And the text offers this powerful remedy. But your effort never lies. Action creates the truth.
Oh, that's so good. Action creates the truth. Because if your brain is lying, saying you can't learn English, but your mouth is physically speaking the English vowels.
The action overrides the mental lie. The gears start turning.
Which brings us to the core lesson of this section. I'll read it slowly. Real growth happens against yourself. And keep working, even when you doubt. Let me repeat that directive. Keep working, even when you doubt.
You don't have to banish the doubt. You just have to work while it's happening.
But pushing through that mental doubt day after day, it creates this immense psychological pressure, which perfectly leads into the next metaphor from the text about pressure, power, and purpose. I'm going to read this with deliberate pacing. Pressure creates power. A diamond is not born shining. It is created under extreme pressure.
It's a classic image for a reason.
Pressure creates power. A diamond is not born shining. It is created under extreme pressure.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, a dark, fragile piece of coal only transforms into a brilliant diamond when it's subjected to agonizing, sustained weight.
So the exhaustion of learning isn't destroying us. As the text says, life breaks you to rebuild you stronger. Your pain is not a weakness.
It's a structural necessity.
And it gives purpose to the pain. Listen to this puzzle piece concept. Your pain has a purpose. If you quit now, the pain is meaningless. I'll say that again. Your pain has a purpose. If you quit now, the pain is meaningless.
That is the ultimate realization. If you quit studying today, you absorbed all that frustration for zero return. But if you stay, you redeem the pain.
It becomes an ingredient for success.
Right. The source lists these beautiful transformations, which are so encouraging for any learner. It promises that struggle will transform into strength. Tears will transform into success. Darkness will transform into growth. Your story is just getting started.
Wow. Your story is just getting started. So what does this all mean? How do we put all these beautiful lessons into a daily practice?
The text gives us a very clear system.
Yes, the winner's cycle. I'm going to dictate the 3 steps of this cycle slowly. Step 1. If you fall, stand up again. Step 2. If you fail, try again. Step 3. If you lose, learn again.
Notice what isn't there.
Yeah, let me read it one more time. Step 1. If you fall, stand up again. Step 2. If you fail, try again. Step 3. If you lose, learn again.
Winning on the first try is not part of the cycle. Falling and failing are the required steps, which leads to the ultimate definition of winning from the text. Winners are not those who never fail. Winners are those who never quit.
Because quitting is the only way to actually break the cycle.
Exactly. Failing just resets it.
Which brings us to the climax of this deep dive. The text invites the reader, it invites you, listening right now, to make a promise today. 5 promises, actually.
This is the practical application.
Yes. I want you to listen very closely. I'm going to read these slowly. Repeat them in your own mind. Make this a binding agreement with yourself. Number 1, I will not stop. I will keep going. Number 2, believe in your dreams deeply. Number 3, work hard in total silence. Number 4, let your success make all the noise. Number 5, your time is coming.
Those are powerful operating principles.
Let's anchor them in. Listen to the English one more time. Number 1, I will not stop. I will keep going. Number 2, believe in your dreams deeply. Number 3, work hard in total silence. Number 4, let your success make all the noise. Number 5, your time is coming.
If you execute the first 4 steps, that 5th step that your time is coming isn't just a hopeful wish. It's a guaranteed outcome of your resilience.
Because your effort never lies.
Exactly. And I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder. We've talked about the incredible resilience it takes to learn this language. But what if the very English words you struggle to understand today become the exact vocabulary you use to tell your own triumphant success story to the world tomorrow?
That is a beautiful thought. It's all connected. To you, the ambitious learner, return to this deep dive anytime you feel stuck. When the silent period feels too long, play this again. Remember that your effort never lies and action creates the truth. Keep walking.